Hey guys, welcome to another episode of My First Pet Reptile, brought to you by Jay's Exotics. Of course, I'm Jay, yours truly, and today we're reviewing Reptisafe. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons and see if it's really all it's cracked up to be. So stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're reviewing Reptisafe. A couple things that people are wondering. This is actually kind of controversial. I've done my research for the long time, so let's go with the product. So this is Reptisafe. I'm sure everybody's in the reptile world have heard of it. This is a small bottle which lasts you a pretty long time. So the one thing about this product is, if you never used it, I'm going to just go through it, is a water conditioner. It just makes the tap water safe, just like you would use for fish. Except it's kind of more catered to reptiles and amphibians. So pretty much what you do is, for every cup you add 2 drops of water. Just makes the water safe. It removes all the chlorine, all the contaminants, and so on. So the reason this is controversial is some people out there say, oh, I don't never use it and I don't have a problem with it. And some other people actually say that, oh, they swear by it, they need to use it. So, funny story, for the longest time I didn't use any. Simple fact is that I kept crested geckos. When I mixed their food, I just put regular water in. I didn't use Reptisafe, and I didn't have a single problem with it. Now, when I kept different species, like certain chameleons, stuff that wasn't used to, some things, as long as I don't like keeping stuff that's not captive bred, but you know, once in a blue moon you get that animal that you think that was captive bred and it was really wild caught. So what I've done my research is that some animals, just like humans, build a tolerance to chlorine, and wild caught, of course, haven't built that tolerance yet. So when it comes to reptiles that are wild caught, you definitely have to use something like Reptisafe. Now another thing that I find out is that amphibians, of course, they breathe through it. Certain turtles, of course, and even some tortoises get some of their moisture through their skin. So this is definitely important because everybody's water is different. There's going to be different contaminants. So this is a product that is actually a necessity when it comes to it. Now this week I'm setting out 2 review videos because there's 2 companies that make it. So the pros with these guys is that includes calcium in here and some electrolytes, which I really actually like because, you know, when you're getting a pet for the first time, of course they're shocked from a new environment. They haven't eaten for at least a day, if not longer, just because shipping and so on. So I think this actually solves it. The only con that I have about this is that it's a little bit pricier than other ones out there. Also, this spigot, it's a little weird. So like to put 2 2 drops into this is pretty much hard because it comes out in a shot. Like this one actually came out pretty easy, but for the most part you're squeezing it and you're not sure how much you're putting in. But you know, when you're using like bigger amounts like I am, I just use a teaspoon or a tablespoon and measure it out. So for the most part, I like the product. I like the fact that my pets actually do really well. My amphibians, I keep some frogs, do really well. I don't have a problem with it. And I actually found a huge difference with some of my smaller species, like I have smaller species of chameleons and so on, that actually don't do too well with the heavy waters. So here's Reptisafe. It's a great product. I suggest you buy it. It's a little pricier, but overall it's a really good product. I think they do a really well job explaining on the label of what's in it, how to use it. And if you don't use it, I recommend to get it. I mean, for $5, actually no, I got this one for $7, I'm sorry. It'll last you a long time. For as many pets that I have, this actually lasts a long time. Alright guys, so make sure that you subscribe, hit the subscribe button for me. Follow us on Twitter at MyFirstReptile. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at MyFirstPetReptile. And of course, you can leave a comment below. Email me at myfirstpetreptile@gmail.com. And of course, we have a website, MyFirstPetReptile. Alright, until next week, this has been Jay, Jay Exotics, and do what you love, because if not, what's the point of it?